there has been an immigration proposal on day one from you know, we no longer have to say President-elect Biden. So from President Biden on day one, we dared to hope that he was serious about immigration promises, and it looks like he definitely is. So a very comprehensive immigration reform bill has been proposed. Now, the first thing I want to talk about before I get into the details of how this affects specifically family-based and couples-based immigration, which is what we handle at our law firm. There are lots of different parts of this bill, and we're not going to get into all of them. But the first important thing to know is this is not law yet. So right now, this is just a proposal that is being sent to Congress. That means that the House of Representatives, the Senate will be working on this to decide whether they're going to vote on it as is, which is highly unlikely. There will probably be a lot of negotiating and figuring out the finer points and figuring out what the final bill will look like. But as far as a starting point, oh, I'm so happy with it. There's nothing, as a nerdy lawyer, there is nothing that, brings tears to my eyes and joy to my heart like it's just a really nice legislative proposal. So let's talk about how that could affect you as someone who's applying for a fiance visa or a green card for a family member, something like that. So there are a few key points that I think are going to be super exciting to you personally. First of all, so I'm going to be quoting from not from the entire proposal, but from sort of the overview of the plan that was released, to kind of explain what the purpose of these changes are. So one of the stated purposes of the changes is clearing backlogs, recapturing unused visas, and eliminating lengthy wait times. And I know that is music to all of your ears, especially with the pandemic and with the last 4 years that wait times have been growing and growing and getting worse and worse. And this is really a plan with the intent to just get rid of all this ridiculousness that we have in the US immigration system. Now, it's not going to happen overnight. This is not, it's not even law yet. It's just a proposal that we're hoping will become law. But if nothing else, it shows that there's an intention to actually process cases again, whereas we were seeing sort of an underhanded, we're supposed to be processing visas, but we're really not trying to do it, not trying very hard to actually get our job done. And so at least we also know that this administration is going to do everything possible under the current laws to be reducing these backlogs because they're taking that so seriously, which is so great because we just are talking with all of you and seeing how much people are suffering being a part. So that's a really great goal for our system to have, and I could not agree more strongly. That's an awesome way to go. It also, other features of this particular plan would be that it would, if approved as it is, it would allow, I'm quoting directly from the overview document, it allows immigrants with approved family sponsorship petitions to join family in the United States on a temporary basis while they wait for green cards to become available. So many of you are aware of how it is when you've got your petition approved for your spouse or something like that, and yet you're still waiting, months and years to actually be together inside the United States. They're trying to fix that problem, which is decades overdue to fix this problem. So that's one of the other features that would be incredibly amazing for everyone that we work with. And we are really going to lobby hard. We're hoping that all of our years of lobbying against a brick wall in Washington, D.C. maybe are, apparently someone was hearing our suggestions. So that's great. I don't mean our personal suggestions, but like all of the immigration lawyers that we would go and lobby together. Apparently our complaints and suggestions have been registered somewhere and they're included in this update. So we're super happy about that. Yay. So that is just kind of the most important pieces that you need to know. There are also features in this proposed law to create a path to citizenship for people who currently have DACA, which would also be great for some of our clients. If you currently have a DACA case pending, or we're working on a case for you, and you're either applying for DACA or a DACA travel permit or things like that, your strategy will remain the same until this becomes law, at which point we would assess how your situation might change. So right now, one other caveat is don't change your legal strategy because of a potential bill that's being presented. We will definitely keep you closely updated on what happens with this. But for now, let's just say, yay, someone actually, oh my gosh, we're so happy about it. And one other thing I need to mention, no, maybe two other things. It's kind of a big thing. I was trying to narrow it down to what's the most important thing for our couples immigration. There is an aspect in it that would provide a way for people who are currently undocumented to go into a legal status. Um, I love how it's not, helping undocumented people at the expense of people who are currently waiting in line, and it's just helping everybody with their problem as long as they are not a danger to the United States, which is perfect.